Hi everyone, welcome back to Dimitra's Dishes. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a beautiful, impressive dessert that's perfect for your Easter table or any other spring event that you might be hosting around this time of year. My individual baklava cheesecakes are beautiful, they're elegant, and they're very simple to make. I mean, there's baklava and there's cheesecake. Anything there not to love? I think not. And stay tuned until the end of the video because I'm also going to teach you a no-fuss roll-up version. You're not going to want to miss that either. Let's go over the syrup ingredients first because that's what we're starting off with. In a little saucepan, I have some sugar. I'm going to add to that a little bit of water. We're just making a basic syrup. And then I'm going to squeeze the juice of half of an orange, but you can go ahead and use a lemon if you'd like. And then we're going to put a cinnamon stick in here. I'm going to put this mixture in the back on the stove top, and I'm going to let it come to a boil. I'm going to continue to stir it until the sugar dissolves. Then I'm going to remove it from the heat, set it aside, and I'm going to put a teaspoon of vanilla extract in it and set it aside to cool. Now that the syrup is ready, we're going to set the syrup aside so that way it can cool completely, and we're going to go on to making our cheesecake filling. For the cheesecake filling, the ingredients are very basic. All we're going to need is some pure vanilla extract, some granulated sugar, some sour cream, a whole egg and an egg yolk, some pure almond extract, and cream cheese that's softened and at room temperature. It's crucial that the cream cheese is nice and soft. If it's not, you're gonna have a very clumpy filling and you don't want it to be clumpy. You want your cheesecake filling to be nice and smooth and creamy. So to my cream cheese that's in the mixer with the paddle attachment, I'm gonna go ahead and add some sugar, a little bit of vanilla extract. Always use the good stuff, pure vanilla extract, and then some almond extract. I'm gonna turn the mixer on and let this beat on low speed until it's nice and smooth. Now we're gonna add the sour cream. Once you add the sour cream, go ahead and release the cream cheese and the sugar that's stuck to the bowl so that way everything beats nice and evenly and it's nice and smooth. Give this another mix. While it's mixing, go in and add the egg and the egg yolk. And now we're just going to beat this until everything is incorporated and smooth. And that's it. The mixture is nice and smooth. That's how you know it's ready. We're going to just take the beater off and set this aside. We have our syrup ready. Our cheesecake mix is ready. Now we're just going to combine the walnuts. I have some finely ground walnuts. You can use almonds. You can use a combination of walnuts and almonds. You could use pistachios, whatever your favorite nuts are. Whatever your favorite nut combination is, just go ahead and use that. But I have ground walnuts, I have ground cinnamon, and some ground cloves. I'm just gonna mix this all up with a spoon just until the nuts are coated with that aromatic cinnamon and clove, and it's just gonna give it that characteristic baklava flavor. Now the only other remaining ingredients that we have is some PHYLLO that's thawed out and it's at room temperature. I like to use number 4. Which is the thin PHYLLO. It's the most common PHYLLO that's sold in the supermarket. If it doesn't have a number on it, most likely it's number 4. That's the one you're going to use. If it says country PHYLLO on it, it's going to be too thick, and that's not going to really work for this recipe. I have some melted unsalted butter here. So now it's important if you're making the baklava cheesecake cups to have a muffin tin. A muffin tin is what's going to give it the shape, and you can't really make it without that. So go ahead and make sure you have a muffin tin ready to use. So now if you've watched my video on how to make baklava cups, it's basically the same process. We're going to take one sheet of PHYLLO at a time. We're going to drizzle it with some melted butter, just like so. Then we're going to sprinkle some of the nut mixture on top. About a tablespoon or 2 will do. Add another layer on top of that, and you keep doing the same thing, drizzling the butter and sprinkling the spiced nut mixture on all 5 of those layers. And the 6th layer goes on top, and you don't sprinkle any nuts or drizzle any butter on top of that one. Any remaining PHYLLO that you have left over, cover it right away. Either cover it with plastic wrap or cover it with a clean kitchen towel. For extra security, just go ahead and put a damp kitchen towel on top of that. If you wrap it in plastic, you'll be good. PHYLLO sheet is dry and it dries up very quick once it's exposed to air. So that's one thing that you want to keep in mind when you're making anything with PHYLLO. Work fast or keep it covered or both. Now we're going to cut 12 4-inch squares. Now we're going to take each square that we've cut out and we're going to nestle it into our muffin tin. Now you're going to take the butter and you're going to brush them liberally all around and on top. taking care not to ruin their shape. You want to make sure that it keeps that shape with that cavity in the center, because that's what's going to hold the cheesecake filling. But the butter is going to make them nice and golden once they're baked. And it's going to add lots of flavor. My oven is preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to pop these in the center of the oven and let them bake for 10 minutes until they become nice and golden. Once the baklava cups come out of the oven, you're going to take, if you have a little scoop, a little mini ice cream scoop, go ahead and use that. It makes life so much easier. Each cup is going to get 2 scoops of cheesecake filling. Once you're done making your cheesecake cups, you're going to have enough filling to make 4 more. You can go ahead and make 4 more baklava cups just the way we did, or you can save it and make some baklava rolls. We're going to do that next. But before we do that, I'm going to bake these in my oven, the ones that are ready, at 325 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to reduce the temperature to 325, and I'm going to bake them until the filling is set. That's going to take anywhere between 25 to 30 minutes. What you're looking for is for the filling to be set, obviously, and then for the phyllo to become nice and golden all around. I'll show you what it looks like as soon as it comes out. Now I'm going to teach you how to make the baklava roll-ups. If you don't want to go through the hassle of making the baklava cups, this is a much quicker way to make these baklava cheesecakes into a little roll-up. Who doesn't love that? You can make these and assemble them like we're going to do right now and bake them the same day, or you can make them and keep them frozen in your freezer way ahead of time. You can do this even 2-3 weeks ahead of your party. What we're going to do is we're going to take 1 sheet of phyllo at a time, and we're going to drizzle it with lots of melted butter. Then we're going to take a little bit of the baklava nut filling, about a teaspoon or so, not too much. We're going to sprinkle the nuts on 1/2 of the sheet. Then we're going to fold the side over. Then I'm going to take a scoopful of this cheesecake filling, and I'm going to put it on the bottom center. I'm going to fold the sides over. Then I'm going to drizzle some butter over the sides that we folded, and then we're just going to roll it up. Take the rolls and just put them on a baking tray lined with parchment paper, and keep doing the same thing until you run out of filling. So you're going to get about 8 little roll-ups once you're done rolling them all up. Then brush the tops with the remaining melted butter. Bake these in a preheated 350 degree oven for about 25 to 30 minutes, or until they're nice and golden on top. I'll show you what they look like as soon as they come out. Once the baklava cheesecakes, whether it's the little cups or the rolls, both of them, as soon as they come out of the oven, pour the cooled syrup on top. Let the baklava cups sit in the muffin tin for a good 10-15 minutes so that way they can absorb all the syrup. Then very carefully pick them up with an offset spatula and set them on a baking tray that has a cooling rack on top. Set them on top of the cooling rack, let them come to room temperature, and these are best served cold. So you can refrigerate these for a couple of hours or even overnight, so you can make this recipe a day ahead of time. Once they're nice and cool, then go ahead and garnish them either with fresh berries. The way I like to garnish them, I'll show you actually how I like to garnish them. Once the cheesecakes are nice and cool, go ahead and garnish them either with fresh berries. You could do blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, whatever your favorite berries are, even a combination. But my favorite topping for this is some sour cherry preserves. They're generally sold in jars because they're preserves in the Mediterranean specialty food store, a Greek specialty food store, even Middle Eastern specialty food stores probably have them. They're just so tangy and delicious, and they go perfectly with this. And I also like to grind up some salted pistachios and just sprinkle them on top for that beautiful color and then just so much depth of flavor. I'm going to go ahead and give this a little taste because I just can't take it anymore. The baklava cup is flaky and light and so flavorful. And then the cheesecake filling is just the way it should be. It's creamy, it's not too sweet. And then the sour cherry preserve on top along with the pistachios is just the best. It adds a little bit of tang and a little tiny kick of saltiness. I think you guys are going to love it. The recipe, as always, is on the website, www.dimitrasdishes.com. You can head on over there to print this recipe. But the written recipe is also underneath the video in the description box down below. Like I said, make this either in the cups or in the rolls. If you want me to teach you how to make it in a big cheesecake in a springform pan, Let me know in the comment section underneath. I'll try to get to that as soon as I can. And if you want to learn a New York cheesecake, which is just out of this world delicious, also post in the comment section down below and I'll share my recipe. We sold thousands of them at the bakery and I know you're going to love it. But again, let me know what you want to learn next. Thank you guys so much for spending time with me today. I hope you make this for your table, for your guests. They're going to love it. I will see you all next time. Yes, us.